Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll and I am running point on this channel. This is your May real estate update for one of my favorite neighborhoods on the east side of Los Angeles, Eagle Rock. That's right, we're going to get into the current numbers. We're going to go over all the homes for sale right now, what it looks like, min price, max price, average, days on market, everything you need to know. We're going to get into some month over month statistics. We're going to do some year over year statistics so you can see how 2023 is pairing up with 2022. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a few properties in the neighborhood that have caught my eye. So stay tuned for that. Let's rock. All right, current statistics for Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock sits just east of Glendale. Highland Park is probably touted right now as the hottest east side in the market, but I'm a big fan of Eagle Rock. A little bit nicer in my opinion, better spot for the family. We got 17 homes available for sale. The low end is $999,000. The high end is $4,999,995. We will touch on that home later in the video. Monster sale available there. The average list price currently in Eagle Rock is just under $1.9 million at $1.858872. Average days on market is 22, which seems about average consistently throughout the neighborhoods on the east side. Quick peek at last year in May, where we saw 18 homes get sold at 117% clip, meaning 17% on average above the list price, which is pretty consistent from what we've seen in 2022. Most of those numbers sit at 15 to 20% above that. When we get to 2023, this current year, that's not the case. We're starting to see numbers get real close to that 100% mark, which is uncommon because a seller is typically going to list their home with the intent of driving up demand, and it typically wants to sell over that list price. You don't want to sell under for sure, but you normally will see a 110 mark kind of be the goal in a normal market. We haven't seen a normal market since the pandemic. Let's take a look at April. All right, so probably the most important portion of this video, if you're somebody who's looking currently, is what happened last month, because the most recent statistics are the most relevant towards your search and what's going to happen. So last April, we saw 14 homes get sold at 105% clip. Like I mentioned, those numbers are drastically coming down. We're getting homes being sold much closer to the list price. The low end was $605,000. It was a one bedroom, one bathroom, less than 500 square feet, but it was a single family residence. It wasn't like a back end ADU, which is normally what you see on the east side, you know, for anything under 700,000 for sure. But it was its own little spot on its own little plot of land, kind of little cute spot. If it's a starter home for you, I'm all about it. In Eagle Rock, that home will certainly appreciate if you stick around there for 7 to 10 years, especially if you get there 30. Let's not kid ourselves. High end, we saw a sale for $3,250,000, the highest sale in Eagle Rock all year. Beautiful, pristine home. The average home sale price was $1.317929, which is about $500,000 below the average list price in Eagle Rock currently. So that means there might be some opportunities. We might start to see some price drops. The summer months are always a little hotter. There's a lot of hesitation in the market, and it's completely warranted. Interest rates are not coming down anytime soon. Inventory is not going to pop anytime soon. There are a bunch of things in the market that are going to be very cautious for buyers and for anyone. There's residential real estate is not a huge risk like it was in 2008. In 2008, the residential real estate market brought all the other markets down because of its practices, right? There's a bunch of people doing a lot of baloney. Right now, the real issue is the banks, the commercial real estate market. But when any sector of our financial market comes down, it drags the other ones with it. So we're a little bit cautious on the real estate side. So be smart with any investments you make. Be very smart if you're looking to purchase a home. Average days on market is 25. That is very odd. So the average days currently is 22. The average days of the sold last month was 25. That number is not typically higher because these houses sold, right? And high demand homes go quick. So to see that number higher means that there's more homes being listed currently in May, probably in preparation for the summer months, hoping they can take advantage of the hotter portion of the year. Let's look back at April of 2022 so we can do some year-over-year stats. This is going to be glaring, but this is consistent with every neighborhood you will look at, and it will be consistent throughout the year. Because in April of 2022, we saw 29 homes sell at 116% clip, right? We're right back to where we were in that 15 to 20% range. But compare that. April 2022, 29 homes. April 2023, 14 homes, 52% decline. We are seeing 40 to 50 to 60% declines in sales year over year. And 2022 wasn't a hot year, right? If I went back and looked at 2021, it'd be drastic, and I don't want to do it. So it's not great. It's warranted. But let's look at a few homes if you are somebody who's interested in living in Eagle Rock. That might be a good opportunity for you. All right, homes that have caught my eye. Two things off the jump. Number one, I think right now you should be very cautious about purchasing a home. I think my biggest issue with real estate agents is they think their job is convincing people it's always a good time to buy. I'm not that guy. Number two, I don't rag on houses. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to bring down other realtors' work, and especially I'm not here to hurt anybody trying to sell their home. So I'm not going to talk about homes that I dislike, although of course there are ones out there. I'm only going to promote homes I think have available opportunity that I love, and we'll talk about the top end because it's just fun to do so. So let's get into the homes. The first one is 5231 Loletta Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,751 square feet. It's on sale for $1.599995 million. The thing that is attractive here is it has a permitted ADU in the back. I think in the current environment, the current climate of the real estate market, it's tough for people to get first-time homes. You see that in all the statistics. The middle class is getting further and further pushed out with the interest rates and the rising prices. So if you want to make your first home or an investment property an opportunity to limit the monthly mortgage payment, an additional permitted back ADU might be an opportunity to do so. The lot size was very attractive here. It's just under 11,000 at 10,984, I believe exactly. So it's going to be a great opportunity here if you're possibly looking for something to limit, the risk that you bring in. Second one, my favorite home in the neighborhood right now. It's 1207 Kipling Avenue. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,476 square feet. It's listed for $1.395 million. Here's the deal, folks. So when you go onto the internet, whether it's Zillow, Redfin, the MLS for us realtors, there's tons of photos. I don't put all those photos in a slideshow above you because some realtors don't like when you do that because they pay for the photos and they're just grumpy about it. So I just do one original photo. I wish I could show you this entire house, and I will personally. If you ever want some information, definitely reach out. But this house is absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's just like a nature tucked home there. The inside is so beautiful. It's ridiculous. This is actually part of the Mills Act status because this home has historical bearings through the city, so it gives it the opportunity to stay renovated and stay relevant. But this house is gorgeous if you live there, if you're a nature nut. I mean, to live in Eagle Rock in a home like this would just be pristine. This is my favorite house, maybe in all of the East Side currently. But let's get into the top dog in Eagle Rock right now. It's 5261 Hermosa Avenue. It's a 6-bedroom, 5-bath, just under 6,000 square feet. They got it listed, as I mentioned earlier, for $4.499995 million. Incredible spot. It's got a pool, a putting green, a beautiful yard. Everything is updated. Here's a couple things to take into account. First of all, it is $2 million more than the highest sell in the neighborhood this year, which I mentioned was last month at just over $3 million. So this would be the highest one. One thing to take into account here is Measure ULA, which just went forward in Los Angeles, where any home over $5 million is taxed at a grade mark. So they will not be looking to be gaining over $5 million on this house, most likely. Since that Measure ULA went into effect, we've only seen 5 houses in Los Angeles sell as of last week that have been over that mark compared to 32 the previous year. So we've seen huge drops in the high-end over $5 million market. Obviously, it's expected for this to happen. So these are the homes that I'm eyeing up. in Eagle Rock. I love Eagle Rock, one of my favorite neighborhoods, as I mentioned earlier in the video. I appreciate you sticking around. We're going to do this month over month. So if you're somebody who's looking, you're sitting on the sidelines because you're hesitant, I'm with you. I'll keep you updated. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a like. We're doing Eagle Rock. We're doing Mount Washington, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Cypress Park, Lincoln Heights, Montecito Heights, the whole east side. You're going to get those reports on a month-to-month basis. We're going to get into some of the schools. If you're somebody who's moving from out of state and you're interested, we're going to get into the restaurants, the attractions. We're going to do some fun stuff to keep things light. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you sticking around. Be kind.
Yeah.